Hello everyone, and thanks for stopping by to Scrap and Craft with Terry. Today I'm going to do my altered index card challenge, and this week I'm also doing a double video. So this week I'm going to be doing weeks 34 and 35, so we'll start out with week 34 first. And we're going to go ahead and get started. If you like my video, give me a thumbs up and check out my other ones. So for this week, our prompts, well, let me explain. Each week we get 3 prompts, and this is put on by Suzanne at Nonstop Papercrafts. So she gives us 3 prompts each week, and so my prompts for week 34, which would have been last week, was positive, rose. Well, the word is positive, rose is the color, and a hole reinforcer is the thing. So this is the closest thing that I could find to the rose color. So I'm going to use this pink on here. And then I have this flower, kind of has a rose color, and a little butterfly. For my positive, I have 3 words. I'm going to use positive, cheery, and creative, because when we're doing our crafting, doesn't matter what kind of crafting it is, you're looking at it, you know, like it's something positive. You're positive you're gonna do a good job, or you're gonna try. You can be cheery while you're doing it, and we're being creative. So that's my positive. And I just kind of went around it with my color. It was a black and white, and some of the black kind of come out. So some of it, I don't know if it looks very good or not, but that's what we got. So I have a little pink butterfly and a little blue butterfly, and I'm going to use this little file label. And then my reinforcers these were already inked, so I think it'll go okay with this color. Can't have all the same color. So I'm going to use some glue stick on here, and this is just a 4x6 index card. Mine are blank on both sides, and it doesn't matter if they have lines or not. So I'm going to put glue stick in the center, then I'm going to run a little bit of wet glue around the outside, just so I know it holds it good. I don't know, I kind of get lost on my Tuesday challenge. It just gets by me. I get everything ready, and then it just gets by me. But I guess as long as I do it, that's all that matters. Okay. Whoops. Almost did that wrong. As far as the rose color goes, there's all different color roses, so you know. So we're just going with the pink. So how's everyone doing today? Hopefully okay. Everybody getting a lot of crafting done. I always have ideas stirring around in my head as to what I want to do next. Sometimes I get too many ideas going at one time, though. Okay. Now let's see. So, I couldn't really come up with too awful much. So, I'm just going to make it look pretty. And then I'll just have my words over here. I thought about backing them, but I couldn't find a paper that I really liked to back them on. So I just went ahead and inked them up. I think they look kind of cruddy myself, like a cruddy grungy look. And then on the side, on the front of each one of these, then I'm going to stick one of these reinforcers. We only had to have one, but I thought I would just put one on each word as long as I put 3 on there. I tried to find a phrase that had positive in it, and I couldn't. So I just figured I'd put some words together that mean about the same thing. And well, maybe they don't mean about the same thing, but they go together. We'll put it that way. Oops. Okay. Now I have to make sure these go over far enough so I have room for the little reinforcer thing. So this is just kind of a fast index card today. Now let me make sure this is over far enough. And these are old, so I'm just going to put a little glue on with it. I just thought I would set it off to the side. Just put it on the end of the word, as for nothing else other than a decoration. Then I thought about, you know, instead of using this color, just go ahead and do some pink, but I didn't want to do too much pink. Just give it a little contrast. So we're being positive, cheery, and creative. And that's a good combination. And I think that looks pretty good. Nothing too fancy, but fancy enough. So then I'm just going to ink around this, and this is kind of a little bit more of a rosy color. That's what I went around the words with. Made them look like a cruddy, grungy color. Now, pretty much all that did was just covered up the white edges of the card. And then you can journal on the back. Guess maybe it didn't cover all of it up though. Kind of go around that a little bit more. There we go. All right, now I have to put on my my date and my week. So this is going to be week number 34, and this is September 4th. Can't believe it. So 9/4/2024. That works well, putting them in between there. All right, so this was last week's card. Now we'll move on to this week's card. At least this one will get out when it's supposed to go. All right, now on this one, so this is week number 35. So our prompts for this week are joy, stencil, and olive. So olive is the color. This is the closest thing I could find to olive. This kind of, sort of, this more. And I'm using bamboo leaves. Now this is a little brighter than olive, but that was the best one that I had. I had a couple others, but they were brighter even. So I'm going to have this on this part of the card, and when I cut it out, I kind of didn't cut it straight, so I'll just have to trim around it. And there's still some white on this, and that's fine, but I outlined it with the bamboo leaves, and I'm going to use the bamboo leaves to stencil. So let's see, what do I want to use? It's just going to be, I don't want anything that's really huge. So maybe I'll just use one of these that has, oh, I don't know. It's like a hard decision, right? So I want some up there in the corner. So I'll just kind of turn it a little bit. Then I'll just put some around. I haven't used this brush yet, so, oh yes, it's working good. So I think that's pretty. And then I'll move it around so my stencil goes, you know, in different spots. I don't want to make it too bright, but I want to make it bright enough. I don't actually want that medallion in the center. I just want some of the little, or like that. So we'll just kind of move it around and stencil it a little bit. That part got a little brighter, and that one did too, but I think that's okay. When I first start the stencil, that's when it's bright. I got these stencils in a set from Temu. Paid a little bit of nothing for them. Let me see. So I still have to put some more up there. So hopefully that looks okay like that. It's just kind of a mishy-mashy of design. Okay, so let's see. Yeah, I kind of like that. It's different. Let me just kind of put a little tiny bit down here, and then if that doesn't get completely into that corner, it'll be okay. Because I kind of cut it a little short. Well, in order for it to look right, it's going to have to go down past it. So that'll be all right, I guess. I want just a little bit more color right in that corner. There we go. Pretty much stenciled the whole thing. So like I say, hopefully that looks good, and I'll wipe that off in a couple minutes here. I guess I could leave this on while I glue this down. So I'll glue this down first. More of that's going to hang off than what it has to. I wished I would have got it cut a little bit straighter. Could do it like that and leave that hang down a little bit. So let's see. Yeah, I think I'll do it like that. I won't miss so much off of the side. Little piece of white there, but I'll ink around it. I didn't have too much of this paper, so I couldn't make it bigger. It wasn't a very big piece. I just should have tore it a little bit bigger. But yeah, it's okay. After I get everything on, then I'll ink around the outside. All right, now let me see. For my word joy, I found a little group of words that says, find what gives you joy. So I inked these in green. Kind of went over the edges a little tiny bit with the green, so they just don't look very neat. Guess it goes with the rest of the design though. And this was a little piece of the paper that was left over. Find what gives you joy. So, my joy was, of course, I like flowers. And I like fall. So cinnamon and cinnamon sticks. And I think, I'm not sure if this is anise or what it is. And I like butterflies. So that was where I get my joy. Now when I put his little antennas on, I gotta remember to put theirs on too, because I forgot. So I'm gonna glue these down first, because my flower will go up over that just a little tiny bit. So I'm gonna make sure that I get these right about in the right place anyway. So this little card here looks like it's a little bit more substantial than the last one. Has a little bit more stuff added to it. And I think that makes it look better. Just put that something like that. And then I'll glue my flower down, and that can go up over there a little bit. I better clean my tip off. Just too hard to believe that this is September already. So I think that's pretty. I like the color. And that color looks pretty fall-y. And I like the color in the butterfly. So this is what gives me joy. So what gives you joy? Okay, let's do his antennas and the other ones before I forget them. We'll just do that. And we'll just give him some little ones and him some little ones. Okay. And then let me stick my pin in here. And I'll ink around the outside. I have to write my week and my date on it. So this is week number 35. Where do I want to write it? Oh dear. I think I'll put the date down here. So it's 9/4/2024. Did this one in Sharpie. And then week number 35. We could write it up here. Now we can write it down here. I think that looks good like that. There we go. Kind of looks out of kind of looks like it doesn't belong there. We'll just put a couple little lines under it. Okay. So we'll ink around it real quick and then we'll be all done. So if you have any comments, questions, any suggestions, leave them down in the comments. I like to read my comments. I answer all of my comments. Let me know what you think. If you haven't subscribed to my video yet, or my channel yet, I just invite you to subscribe to my channel. And I hope everyone comes back to see me for my next video. And until then, everyone, hope you have a wonderful day and happy crafting. Bye for now.